The Nintendo Switch is coming, and while we're getting close to the launch, it's important to focus on the best and most interesting games the system has to offer. We tried to focus on new and exclusive titles, games that will probably define the Switch during its first year. So without further ado, here are the 10 hottest upcoming games for the Nintendo Switch. One-Two-Switch hopefully will become the title for the Switch that Wii Sports was for the Nintendo Wii. In the presentation, we saw a great amount of funny mini-games that experimented with the Joy-Con controllers in several different ways. In this party game, you will milk a cow, get some samurai training, and compete in a quick draw event, to name a few.
Fire! Ooh, that was slow, man. You're rusty.
The graphics and the style of the game looks very basic and boring, but we think that won't be such a big deal. This is one of these games that needs to be played to understand its charm. It could also be the game you can play with almost anybody. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, this one will definitely generate a few laughs. The amount of different Street Fighter II releases is close to 40, but that hasn't stopped Capcom from making one exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. This updated version of Street Fighter II, the World Warrior, will contain a cooperative mode. The game will also feature two graphic styles, classic pixel art graphics resembling the original, and HD graphics. These resemble the 2008 Super Street Fighter II Turbo HD remix that came out for the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Last but not least, it contains two new characters in the form of Evil Ryu and Violent Ken. It looks like we're dealing with a very extensive update instead of just a lazy port.
本当に彼のようにもう昔のそのクリスマスの時にやってきた人たちが今どんどん音を
ARMS was probably the biggest surprise of the Nintendo Switch presentation. This boxing game has a fantastic cartoony look that reminds us a lot of Splatoon. At first sight, this game just appears to be a boxing game. However, when you see the characters using their spring arms to whack each other, you know this is more than just boxing.
And further, I just, the mastermind did this to me. I tried to throw, and he punched through them. So they're like, oh boy, move. Nope, nope. Trampoline.
That was good. So you saw that he unleashed his flurry of punches.
It might look pretty ridiculous, but there's a lot of tactic and skill involved. And of course, just like many of the other Switch games, this one is also about the local multiplayer. We can't wait to play ARMS, but we still have to wait a little while before it comes out in spring. Super Bomberman R's announcement during the Switch presentation was quite a pleasant surprise for us. It's been a while since we saw a fully fledged Bomberman game. However, the time has come to blast each other to pieces again. The Bomberman games are all about frantic multiplayer action with as many players as possible. It isn't a surprise that this one lets you play together with 8 players at the same time.
I'm gonna die. Oh, look who's back in the game. Yep, time to lay some smackdown.
Konami is really celebrating the 33rd anniversary of Bomberman because the game also contains an extensive single-player mode. This mode can be cooperatively played with another player. Super Bomberman R will be one of 5 launch titles for the Switch and might become a party favorite soon. This is the one we're all waiting on and might buy a system for. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild will be a launch game for the Switch, but it will also be one of the last Wii U releases. The open world of Hyrule looks amazing, and it might just be one of the best games Nintendo has ever made. However, we have to wait until the release to decide for ourselves. The trailers are promising and showcase the open-world gameplay and a very dramatic story. Obviously, like many of its predecessors, it will be full of surprises. exciting boss fights, and mind-boggling dungeons. We can't wait to play this one. Can you?
You must save her, my daughter.
Snipper Clips is an upcoming eShop game made by the British indie studio SFB Games. It has a distinctive and original style that makes it look like all the action is taking place in a sketchbook. In the game, you and a maximum of 3 other players can work together. You control characters that need to assist each other in solving puzzles. Characters can cut out the overlapping part of other characters, giving them the form that is needed to solve puzzles.
Oh, I see
There you
what
go.
you're doing.
So brutal.
No!
Oh. Yes.
Oh, wait,
Beautiful.
you're right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
see? There you go. Now we're fitting into the shape.
Almost, now you just got
Yes. There we go.
This is one of the games that looks so quirky and different. It's a great game that uses both Joy-Cons as little controllers on Nintendo's new platform. It's also nice to see that Nintendo really tries to bring some quality games to their eShop store this time.
Yes!
You did it.
That was
You
awesome.
did it. I know. I'm so happy.
Okay.
Okay.
Splatoon was probably the most successful game on the Wii U. It was a child-friendly third-person shooter that was all about painting the level with your team's color. It was surprisingly fun to play, and within a short time it became one of the most popular franchises. A sequel was inevitable, but it looks like this is more of a 1.5 version than a full sequel.
So, use a special, yes. So one thing I should mention is the specials in this game are all brand new. So,
Not that it really matters, because the game is getting a lot of new content, like a fully fledged story mode. We'll probably also see a few new arenas, weapons, and a small graphics update. However, a multiplayer fest on the go might be the most tempting new element this game has to offer. Splatoon 2 is planned for release in the second quarter of the year.
I almost forgot something very important. Splatoon 2.
Mario Kart 8 was a huge success on the Nintendo Wii U, and you might even say that it was the best game in the franchise. However, there was one big letdown in the form of the battle mode. Nintendo made the wrong choice by letting the battles take place on the regular racing courses, which resulted in boring gameplay. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe promises to fix this by including specially designed battle circuits.
What I've been doing this entire match is I've been just like taking these little ramps and jumps and just raining bombs on them.
yeah. Oh, that's why I probably lost all my over.
The game heavily resembles Super Mario Kart, which obviously is a good thing. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will probably also include some added items and characters like the Inklings from Splatoon. Multiplayer on the go will also be part of the deal, so it looks like the superb Mario Kart 8 will get a little better with this update. Every Nintendo console launch needs a Mario game. However, Super Mario Odyssey will be released a few months afterwards. While we don't know a lot about the game, we do know that Mario will be traveling all around the world. New Donk City, clearly a spoof on New York, is one of the places he will visit. We have to address the fact it resembles Sonic Adventure in a way. We don't know whether adding real-life humans to the mix is a good thing, but let's see.
これも6にあります。これバック中です。これは狭い足場から高いところに乗ったりとかするのに
Another novelty is his cap, which becomes some sort of sidekick assisting Mario in jumping and other things. The gameplay we've seen so far looks pretty nice, so we think this will be a Switch must-have. Also coming this year is the unexpected sequel to the fantastic Wii RPG Xenoblade Chronicles. This direct sequel will land in Japan somewhere in 2017, so a Western release might reach our stores next year. This open-world RPG will feature a new character in the search for the mysterious Elysium. The trailer looks gorgeous and very Japanese in every way possible. Monolith Soft will surely make a great game out of this one, since both predecessors were pretty awesome as well. Let's hope we learn a bit more about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 soon. Are you buying a Switch at launch? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.